Alright, so I'm finally getting around to reading the new Lair of Darkness, and yeah, I haven't actually looked at anything in this deck yet, and apparently it's out on 420, so that's pretty interesting. Who knows, maybe this could be a fun deck to play for 3 structure decks. Apparently, I heard it's playable out the box, but we'll see what it's got. I haven't read these cards yet, I don't really know anything about them or what they do and how they work. I think they tribute your opponent's monsters. But I've managed to get all the monsters I need to show up on the screen preemptively. And I was just looking at some of the new reprints that we've got here. So like we've got Caius and Vanity's Fiend is like really big. Stygian Street Patrol for Infernity players. Fiendish Rhino. Phantom of Chaos. Curry Bandit, Tour Guide. These are all really cool. King Backjack. Relink Karibo. Is this the jump promo thing? No, obviously not. Foolish Borrow Goods reprint, obviously is like broken. Allure reprint, Recurring Nightmare. I think that thing's terrible. I'm pretty sure that thing's terrible. Crush Card reprint, Deck Dev, Eradicator, full force. Just every virus is in here. So make sure you handle this this structure deck with some plastic gloves. And I think that's pretty much it for everything that's new. Sorry, that's reprinted. Now, going on to the new cards that I haven't read yet, I guess we'll probably just do our first impressions straight up right now. So, Lair of Darkness, field spell. All face-up monsters on the field become dark. Once per turn, if you would tribute a monster to activate a card or effect, you contribute 1 dark monster your opponent controls as if you controlled it. Once per turn during the end phase, special summon as many shadow tokens as possible to the turn player's field in defense, up to the number of monsters that were tributed this turn, while this card is face up on the field. I'm trying to think, do Infernoids tribute for cost or effect? If you tribute a monster to activate a card... Oh, okay, so I guess it doesn't matter even if it is cost. Alright, it's cool. So Infernoids can tribute your opponent's field to banish your... So tribute your monster, banish your monster from grave. I think you can... Oh, well, that's actually really funny. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I don't know how relevant tributing is in this deck, but I guess we'll find out after we read the new ones. So, Infernoid's Lair are broken. Are they actually, or are you just saying that? So this is one of the new monsters here, is Lilith, Lady of Lament. Level 3, Dark Fiend. So, oh wow, Skarm can search this shit. Broken. Oh, Burning Abyss Lair. I've already found my deck, guys. I'll just end the video now. Like, I've already found my deck. The original attack of this normal summoned card becomes 1,000. Quick effect. Okay, it's random. You contribute 1 dark monster and reveal 3 normal traps from your deck, and your opponent randomly picks one for you to set to your field. And you shuffle the rest back into your... What the fuck? This thing's nuts. What the hell? This thing's so good. Oh my god. What the hell? So you can just like go second, summon, tribute your opponent's monster, and search a trap? That's like +2. What the fuck? That's insane. You can search Fire Lake. Broken. But that's okay. But you can't like activate it that turn. Well, you can't. Obviously, you can't activate it that turn. But like, you can't set up for it. So you know, that's interesting. But yeah. So she's really fucking good. Only if you have the field or if they have a dark. Well, yeah, I mean, sure, but you know, you're gonna be playing terraforming and stuff. Like, it's a given that you're gonna have the field spell. You can set up Firelight with ties and Shrubbery. You can just pop the field spell on activation, though. What do you mean pop the field spell on activation? What are you talking about? Once per turn, if you tribute a darkness, activate card effect, tribute a monster your opponent uses control. Once per turn, during that, special as many shadow tokens as possible to the turn players in defense up to the number of monsters that were tributed this turn. Field mates, everything. Yeah, what the hell? I just read it. Hello? Anyway, so the turn player's field, up to the number of monsters that were tributed this turn. So if I tribute off my opponent's field, do I get a token? Up to the number of monsters that were I'm trying to understand who gets the token here. So let's say I summon Lilith, tribute your guy, search a trap, pass. Who gets the token? Is it me? Or... yeah. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Your opponent gets the token. Okay. Now let's read the new boss monster. Actually, maybe we should leave him to last, because, you know, it's a boss monster. So let's see. Duke-Shade, King of the Umbra. You contribute any number of dark monsters and special this from your hand, and if you do, this card gains 500 for each tributed monster. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can target one level 5 or higher dark monster in your grave and add it to your hand. You can only use each effect once per turn. Cannot special summon monsters a turn. You activate either of these card effects except darks. Whoever's turn it is. Yeah, but like I thought maybe it had to be your turn and you had to have tributed. But if you're tributing off your opponent's field, like it's not you that's I don't know. That's kind of how I thought of it. But this thing, like, what the hell? So you can just normal Lilith tribute a monster and then special this guy tribute a monster. What the fuck? That's crazy. And then like, oh shit, they're not the same level. Damn. Is she a tuner? He's not a tuner. Well, that sucks. So you can't just like make a rank 4 or something after. Because I mean, that'd be so cool. You could like make a rank 4 that's a target for like a virus you just searched. Like that'd be really cool. Bear in mind though, this guy is 2000 defense. So that's like full force target. That's really cool. Lair's tribute effect is only once per turn. Wait, what? Seriously? Oh, once per turn. Oh, okay. That's a lot less good than I expected then. Still, I think this has potential. Arima, discard this, add 1 Lair of Darkness from your deck to your hand. Okay, whoever said you need Lair of Darkness on the field, as if that was like a difficult thing, you're stupid. Okay, this deck has about 9 Lair of Darknesses. Alright, you have Lair of Darkness, you have Terraforming, you have this guy. Okay, so shut up. You can tribute 1 Dark Monster and draw 1 card, but if you tributed a Dark Monster other than this card, you can add 1 Dark Monster that does more defense from your deck to your hand instead. Wow, so if you have Field Spell and Arima, you can like normal summon, tribute their monster, draw a card. Instead, okay, right. So you can tribute their monster, add Lilith, summon Lilith, tribute Arima, search Crush card, because Crush card tributes 1,000 less attack, right? But yeah. That's the field spell isn't a hard once per turn. Wow. So if you have multiple field spells, you can like tribute off multiples of their guys. Right? Am I reading that wrong? Or is that true? Like if I have 2 field spells, I can just tribute 2 monsters because it's not a hard once per turn. OCG has 1 terraforming. Yeah, that's a really cool story. Like why are we talking about OCG? We're not OCG, we're TCG, getting this in April. Right. Yeah, you can. Yeah. You can just use this, like, if you open, like, 2 field spells, you can just tribute 2 of their monsters. That's crazy. That's so good. That's really cool. Alright, let's read the new virus card. Tribute 1 dark monster with 3,000 or less attack. Well, that's not much of a requirement. Your opponent destroys 1 card in their hand and or deck for every 500 attack the tributed monster had. Let me destroy 1 card in my hand or deck. That doesn't seem strong. That doesn't seem good. Also, if you tributed a monster with 2,000 or more attack, check what cards your opponent draws until the end of their 3rd turn. Destroy all monsters among them. Destroy all monsters among them. Okay, that's really cool. That's really cool. Cards destroyed and sent to grave with this card's effect cannot activate their effects. Oh, okay, right. Let's just read the rest of the card. Okay, that completely changes everything. What the fuck? That's hilarious. So I was like, okay, so you activate Grinning Grave Virus on me. I guess I'll just destroy Snow. Okay, but you can't summon it that turn. Yeah. So that's really cool. But yeah, I mean, like technically you can destroy Dart Worms and stuff, and then use it like the next turn. But I mean, it's still it's grave setup, so it's it's definitely a side card. You know, it's probably really good against some matchups. You know, and the fact that it's searchable obviously is like really good. You can play 6 of them total, pretty much. Oh right, yeah, the boss monster. Let's read this boy. Ooh, let's see what we can do. Your opponent cannot tribute this card. Also, they cannot target it with card effects. Alright, so already we're trying to play some very fair interactive mechanics in our deck. You can only use each of the following effects of Darkest Diabolus once per turn. If a dark monster you control is tributed, you can special this from your hand. You can special this from the graveyard if it was there when that monster was tributed. Or hand, even if not. Sorry, what does that last sentence say? You can special this card from the graveyard, if it was there when that monster was tributed, or hand, even if not. What does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? You can special this from your hand even if it's not in your hand. What? What do you mean? What? How? I'm just gonna blank that. I'm just gonna pretend. I'm just gonna ignore the last bracket. I'm just gonna say, like, it says hand. That's it. Full stop. I'm not reading the rest of it. Ugh. You contribute one dark monster. Your opponent places one card from their hand on either the top or bottom of their deck. That's pretty cool. Is that a quick effect? You can use each of the following effects once per turn. Oh, it's not a quick effect. It's not really good. Like, it's a big towers and that's about it. I guess it's like a recurring floater, so that's kind of cool. So it means if you search it off the other thing, you can still special it immediately. If you searched it, you can summon. Or Arima can't tribute and add him to special. Wait, so are you saying it can or can't? Alright, but anyway, the point is, this guy doesn't seem that great. Like, the fact he can't be Kaiju'd is obviously really cool. It can't be targeted, so I mean, you know, they just like have to beat over it. It's like a better Dart Destroyer. It's not a better Dart Destroyer. Dart Destroyer is a little bit better. If it's not in your hand when the monster was tributes, you can still summon it. You can't summon from hand. Or hand, even if not. Okay, right. I see what you mean. That's just bizarre wording, though. Like, come on, that could have been made way more better. Anyway, this isn't a problem-solving card text video. I just wanted to, like, yeah, just see what this deck was about, and it's pretty cool. How do you search in this deck? You can target one level 5 or higher monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. You can tribute one dark draw, but if you tribute a dark, you can add the dark monster. Okay, right, so Arima is like the Rota. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so summarize my thoughts and stuff overall. It seems pretty cool, seems really interesting. Obviously, at least I think so. I don't think that you can really play this as its own deck. I think that you do need to kind of like combine it with something. What you can combine it with, it's kind of hard to tell. It might have potential as a 60 card deck, maybe. I'm trying to think. Like, I'm not sure. Like Invoke, perhaps. I mean, Invoke just seems to fucking go with everything. I have no idea what they're playing in OCG with this deck. But it seems like a cool little toolbox. It seems like pretty unfair, like going second. Like, this is a very, very good going second engine. Like, Field Spell plus Duke Shade, just like tribute any number of dark monsters. Once per turn, if you tribute monsters in brackets, I mean, it's literally sphere mode. Like, wow, like Duke Shade plus Lair is like literally sphere mode. Apparently, it's played with Brandish, Infernoid. I mean, I do see the synergy with Infernoids, but it's just like hard to set up Infernoid sometimes. But you can only tribute one. You can only tribute one, but it says monsters. Tribute one dark monster your opponent. Oh, right, okay, right. One monster. All right. But yeah, still really strong. Like tributing off your opponent's monsters and then Infernoids tributing off on their turn. Really, really strong. But yeah, just trying to find the perfect engine to play this with, I think is really going to be the challenge of this deck, because, I mean, realistically, you can't just play this by itself. I mean, Burning Abyss, like, not really. You know, Skarm searches Lilith, that's kind of cool, but, I mean, yeah. Alright, well, that's Lair of Darkness. That's my impressions on it. Overall, pretty decent. I think that if someone finds the perfect engine for it, this deck could be a real menace. So we'll see how they go. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time.